Hi, Firebird artist. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Today in art, we are either continuing with our patterned hearts or just learning about them. So our finished product will look something like this. We're going to create a design involving at least 3 hearts. You certainly can have more. We're going to demonstrate that we understand overlap. When something is on top of and behind something else, you don't see all of it. So you'll notice that this heart is behind this heart, and we don't see part of an edge. Same thing with this one. This one is on top of actually both of these hearts. And you won't see a part of some of the hearts because they're behind. So you have to know which lines to erase so that you can show me that you understand that concept of something behind and in front of. So we're going to work on that. We also are going to work on developing a pattern that repeats. So this student created some lines, and all of the line patterns repeated. So not only did they repeat their line pattern, but they also repeated a color pattern as well. So they used the repetition of pattern both in their design and also in their color. You're all going to have on your desk a little heart and a white sheet of paper. And you're going to first start in the middle and trace your heart. I'm going to use a Sharpie so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to trace around my heart, the one that's right in the middle. And you have to hold on to your heart and just trace it. The next heart, you're going to decide, is it going to go, and I tape these together so you can see. Is your next heart going to go behind it, or is it going to go on top of it? So I could easily have made this heart go on top of. So the middle heart is behind. So you decide, and then know that you have to erase a line. So because I'm in Sharpie, I can't really erase. So I am going to make this heart go behind. And so there is part of a line, and I'll do it with pencil, that if I were to draw it all, I would have to erase this line because this part of this heart is behind that one. And I have one more to do. You can even kind of hang it down. I think I'll have this one go off the page. So overlap, having something go off the page, is a really good art concept. It kind of just has fun with the eyes. So I made my heart go off the page. So I have my 3 hearts. If you want to put 4 or 5 hearts on there, go right ahead. Our next step, once we like our design, is to erase any lines that we need. And again, you guys will have worked with pencil. So I'm going to erase this line. And now I'm going to create my design. We're going to look at line designs and or patterns. So let's see if I have anyone that did patterns. So this student created like snowflake patterns, and the rest of these are designs. I think other students created little shapes within their hearts, or you can just stick with lines. Okay, so I'm going to create a line that is going to repeat because we're working on repetition of a pattern. So my pattern is a curved pattern, and it just kind of repeated itself. Next time I think I'll do diamond shapes. So I'm just going to repeat my pattern of diamonds. Again, you guys will start with pencil, just in case you change your mind and want to do something different. It's much easier to erase pencil than it is to do something with a marker. All right, so I repeated my pattern of that diamond shape. And lastly, I think I'm going to do another different type of line. I really like the swirly lines. They make me happy. So create a line that makes you smile. All right. So I have all different types of shapes, lines, and a pattern with lines. And now we're going to color. So what you're going to do is think about the different color families. And across the way, so across from me, I have all of my color families on right above that sink. So you could do some hearts with warm colors, cool colors. So in this example, this student did cool colors. In this heart, they did warm colors. Here they just chose one color, and I would prefer that you did more than just one color. And here they did primary colors. So again, ideally, I really don't want to see just one color. I would like you to kind of think about the color families and work with that. So again, here's an example of working with cool colors, warm colors, and this heart has both warm and cool colors. Another great example is cool colors, warm colors, and in this one it looked like they were going for the primary colors, and they didn't really sneak in their red. So I'm gonna call, or yellow, I'm gonna call it primary colors because red and blue are actually, you know, they're not quite complements. So again, think about your color choices. See if you can get a color family in there. On your table there might also be a color wheel, so you can try and use and see which colors, like complements, are across from each other. So blue and orange are complements. Another word that we're going to talk about this time and also in the future is what's called analogous colors. Analogous colors, it starts with the letter A, are colors that touch each other on the color wheel. So these colors, and there's usually 3 of them together, are analogous colors. So analogous colors can have warm and cool colors. Analogous colors can just be only warm colors and just only cool colors. So analogous colors is kind of an interesting color family to think about and to possibly use. So if you have this color wheel on your table, on the back is a nice example of what each of the different color families are. They don't have analogous colors on here, but they have complementary, primary, secondary colors, so it's kind of gives you an idea of what the color families are. So once you're done coloring this, and I won't take time today to color, you're going to cut it out. So what can you use to color? You can use the crayons, you can use oil pastels, you can use the colored pencils, and even markers. Now if you have big areas, you might want to use the fatter markers, which are in the middle of the room. There's some over by behind the green table, and I think that's it. So there are markers all around. If oil pastels and crayons you want to use are not on your table, they're over on the bookshelf where it says Central Supplies. Once you are done coloring this, you can cut it out and choose from a colored paper over in the center over there and glue it on. You want to make sure you stick your name on it, and on the back put your teacher's name. Okay? So since we're using glue, we'll put this on the drying rack, and as long as your teacher's name is on it, you may put it on wherever it fits on the drying rack. So enjoy creating your patterned hearts, thinking about color theory and picking a color family that you want to work with. Your I can statements are, I can create hearts that show overlap, and I can create hearts that show a repeated pattern. So have fun with this. I know Valentine's Day is around the corner, so it kind of ties right in with that holiday if you celebrate it. But if you don't, it's a good way of kind of playing with design and color. Enjoy.